Welcome back again. Now let's try to look at how the voltage behaves in case you are crossing the resistor or you're moving across a certain voltage source. How is the voltage behaving? So voltage across a resistor or a battery may drop or rise. How is it done? If you're moving across a certain battery, let's say maybe, I'll just say across the battery, if you move in the same direction as the current that you assigned or that you have on that specific battery, automatically its voltage on the battery becomes positive and vice versa. What's the meaning of that? It simply means the voltage can be positive if you are moving in the same direction as the current. That simply means if you are moving from negative part to the positive part of the battery. In this case, I'm talking about this. Sorry, try to remove this. Negative, positive. If you're moving from the negative to the positive part, you're moving from here going to that given part, there is a rise in voltage. That's why the voltage becomes positive. Remember, this can be a current. It could be I1. So if you're moving in the same direction as the current itself on that specific loop, automatically there we are going to have a positive voltage. So your voltage has to be positive at this given position. But if you're moving in the opposite way to the current itself, there is a drop in voltage. Why? We are moving from positive to the negative. That point is taken, right? Let's try to check on the part of current. How is it that we're supposed to consider? Across the resistor, when you move in the same direction as the current, voltage becomes positive. What's the meaning of this? On each and every resistor, if you're moving in the same direction as the current that you assigned, let's say maybe this is a resistor. Here we had a positive, there we had a negative. Sorry, let me try to make a simple correction on this. Oh no, we can't have a correction, sorry. Here, if we are moving in the same direction as the current, voltage becomes negative. Of course, yes. Why am I saying this? Current, we said in this case, it has to go in that given direction. So the reason why we are supposed to have a negative voltage across this given resistor is because we are encountering a positive first, going to the negative. So it's more like we are dropping in the voltage from positive to negative. Why? We are moving in the same direction as the current that we assigned. I'll say I1. This has to be the most thing you're supposed to know. And vice versa, if you're moving in the opposite direction to the current that you assigned, automatically the voltage has to be positive. Why? Because we are moving from negative to the positive part of this given resistor. This has to be one, or these are supposed to be the second things you are supposed to know most of the times. Let's try to draw a proper circuit that is going to explain how the voltage and the current behaves in a case whereby we are moving across a resistor or we are moving across a certain battery when we are using these two given points. Thank you. Let's try to proceed to the next.